Scarlett, in order to take care of your rice cooker and make a good rice, first thing I want you to realize the pan is Teflon. Never use any, stuff that is harsh. Only metal. Should basically use only the sponge, this part of the sponge, and no metal fork or metal spoon. What you have to use in order to stir the stuff, either you use plastic, I don't know if yours came with it, or you use wooden spoon. So what you would do is this. There is a measuring cup in your rice cooker, similar to this. And so you measure your rice like this. So this is one. And you measure like as many as you want. There is a limit to how much rice you can put on yours. I assume with 4 of you, probably 3 of these cups would be enough. You just have to try it and see what it works. Then what you would do is, when you put the rice, the one I got you is a Royal Basmati, and you use the cold water and you wash the rice several times. So you put the water here, and you go like that, because when you start washing the rice like that, it gives some of the coating of the starch on it. And also rice has a trace of arsenic. So by doing this and washing it several times, see the water was clear, now it's kind of milky. Can you see that?
Yes.
So you need to rinse, what you would do is you pull the water out and you put water again and you start going like that.
Okay.
Wash it till, the water becomes clean, no longer milky or cloudy.
Scarlett, it usually takes me 3 times of rinsing it.
When you are done with that, you see the water is clear. Then basically what you would do is you put water to cover the rice. Then what you want to do from your tip of your index to first digit in your finger, you put the top of your end of the index, and it needs to cover the water, has to cover from here to here, above the rice.
You want the tip of your finger to touch the rice.
Not go all the way down.
Touch the rice, and then the water to come up to your first joint.
Okay. Then after that, you put salt, you taste the water like this to see if the salt amount is adequate. After you are done with salt, then you add the oil. Now you want to add oil maybe for 3 cups, quarter of a cup of oil or less. Now the more oil you put, the crispy part of the rice is going to be more crispy, more golden, but the less oil you put, less crispier it's going to be. So that's something that trial and error. You just try, start with, like half a quarter of a cup for 3, 1/8 of a cup, and then see how that rice crispy, we call that tadik, will end up. And after a few times, you would be able to determine what is the right amount of oil.
Scarlett, I usually use probably a little over a tablespoon for every cup of oil, or every cup of rice.
So then you put the rice back in here, and then you put the cover on. And then there is I think on yours, ours is dial, but on yours, if I'm not mistaken, there is a push,
push button?
Not button, is a flat piece that you push it, plastic. So you push that, and then you don't need to do anything. And with the time, usually I would say good amount of time from the time you push that button to the time the rice is ready should not exceed more than 45 minutes. So after that, a lot of time that thing will click, is no longer light, so it's done. Then what you do, you take that and then you put a platter over this.
Oh, yeah.
And then what you would do, you just hold it like that and flip it, the rice like that. You don't dig the rice, from this. You just put the plate on it, just like this. And then what you do, you hold with the pot, you hold this with something to not get burned, and then what you do, you just flip it like that so it will be upside down.
Okay.
And that's all it takes. You just have to practice with time to get the oil amount right. Salt you can always do because you mix, after you measure your tip of the finger, then you mix it with salt and you taste the water. If the salt amount is good, then it's fine. If you put too much salt, don't worry, just rinse it again, add water, and then put less salt, and then add oil at the end. And that's all. That's
Okay.
all it
Thank
takes.
you. Thank you.